All right, the Pacers dominated the Bucks 117-98 for a 1-0 lead in the series. Pascal Siakam took charge for Indiana, dropping 25 in the dub. Meanwhile, on the Bucks side, Giannis gave a valiant effort with 36 points, but had little to no help as Kyle Kuzma put up a goose egg on 9 attempts. Doc Rivers defending his star. Take a listen.
It's hard to score when you don't touch the ball. I mean, no offense. Kyle got 2 shots in the first half, both with 2 seconds on the shot clock. So, Kuzma can play, but we got to involve him, and we got to make sure we keep him involved.
Wow.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Shannon.
Can I go first, Stephen A?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
If you don't mind me asking Stephen A and Booz, who's the coach? How about you diagram a play to get him the ball? Okay, let's just say it's hard to score when you don't have the ball. Is it hard? What about a rebound? What about an assist? What about a block? What about a steal? I'm confused, Doc. You're the head coach, and you're complaining about a guy, and he's supposed to be the X factor. Isn't that Doc Rivers' job? Correct me if I'm wrong, Boo, Stephen A. Isn't that Doc Rivers' job is to see if his guy is struggling, to diagram a play, to get him the ball, to get him easy shots? He didn't score, but I need Doc to explain why he didn't get a rebound, why he didn't get an assist, why he didn't get a steal, why he didn't get a block shot in 22 minutes. Scoring, okay, you say he only had 5 shot attempts. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. I will concede that point to you, Doc Rivers. Although you're the head coach, won a championship, and supposed to be one of the better coaches in the NBA. Why didn't you design a diagram plays for him and then tell me why he didn't get a rebound, a block shot, or assist, or a steal? And then I can move on. Other than that, that's on Kuz.
Shannon, you're missing it. It was Easter Sunday. Obviously, you know.
He lays big.
He's in his spirit is Doc Rivers' spirit was different, so he didn't want to call the brother out because there's no excuse for this. 0 points, 0 field goals, 0 free throws, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. Come on, Kyle Kuzma. And here's how you know that Doc was being nice in the post game instead of just calling it like it is. Kuzma averages nearly 32 minutes a game since he's arrived in Milwaukee, averaging 14.5 points a game. All right, he's a career 17-point-per-game scorer on 45% shooting. Oh, by the way, y'all, he's a champion. He helped the Lakers win the championship in 2020. So all of a sudden, the playoffs arrive. Now, what is it? He was contaminated by the swamp-like atmosphere in the nation's capital for the previous 3 years, that he forgot what playoff basketball was about. You can make that argument, but damn, to have offers, who can't do that, okay? The only numbers he registered was minutes played, which was 22, and personal fouls, which was 2. The man averages nearly 32 minutes a game, but he only played 22 minutes yesterday. That tells you what you need to know, right? That tells you what you need to know about how Doc Rivers felt he was doing. Because why would you reduce his minutes by 10? You obviously saw how ineffective, how lethargic he was, which is inexcusable considering the fact that you're the guy that was supposed to be the modern-day version of Chris Middleton. You're supposed to bring that to the table, okay? So I was really disappointed. Come on, Kyle Kuzma, you got to do better. And the Milwaukee Bucks, you got to step up. This is Giannis's team. This brother shows up. It was 1-on-5 basketball this weekend. Giannis had no help. I know the game was Saturday, it's supposed to be Easter Sunday. But, Giannis had no help. And that's really the bottom line. They got to get others to step up and produce.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys, honestly. We have all had games where we didn't play our best offensively, whether we didn't miss shots or didn't catch passes, whatever the case may be. But you got to help your team win. You got to contribute to winning. That means rebounding, diving for loose balls, get the 50-50 balls, getting a couple assists here, get other guys open. He's too talented. Kyle is too talented of a guy to make no impact on a game. Giannis is really doing it, trying to do it by himself. Obviously, Dame not being there. There's other guys, too, that played well. I thought Kevin Porter off the bench, Jr., did a good job. But Kuzma's the guy that they circled in free agency. They made the move for him. He's got to do something other than obviously making points. Now, they're going to need his points if they want to beat this Indiana team, no question about that. But there's other ways to impact winning.
Shannon?
And that's what you have to do. When you're not scoring, now I got to rebound. Now I got to assist. Now I got to steal the basketball. Now I got to play outstanding defense. But if you go back, Stephen A., if you go back and look at the last 10, 15 games, how many triple-doubles did Giannis have? Giannis was scoring, he was rebounding, and he was getting triple-doubles in the assist column. Now, Indiana said, you know what, Giannis? Do what you do. Hey, Miles Turner, I'm sorry, bro. You're going to get punished today. I'm sorry, Pascal. You're going to get punished today. But these other guys are not going to contribute anything. And Kyle Kuzma say, I'll oblige you. I'm not going to contribute anything. I'm just going back. He got great cardio in. Now, he didn't have to do any running on Sunday or today, but because he got his cardio in, Booze. He good. 22 minutes up and down the court. Ain't doing nothing but just running. Just his heart real good right now. But you know what, Stephen A., and I'm going to leave it with this. I remember Doc Rivers was in a very similar situation, and he did not give Ben Simmons the grace that he gave Kyle Kuzma. Because you remember after that Game 7, what did he say, Stephen A.? It's hard to win a championship when your part go. I'm just saying, Stephen A., you remember what he said. He never gave the grace to Ben Simmons what he just showed Kyle Kuzma.
Hold it. But let's not compare the two situations, Shannon. Now, Kyle Kuzma had an awful, awful day. Ben Simmons has had an awful, awful few years. I mean, you have people that believe he should be arrested for theft because he's stealing checks, because he ain't done a damn thing in years. That's what they told. That is not Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma had a very bad day.
Stephen A., you got to admit now, Ben Simmons was a 3-time All-Star. He was a 2-time All-Defensive Player.
I say
he was a Rookie of the Year. I'm talking about. No, I'm just talking about that Game 7.
No,
I got you. I'm just talking about that Game 7 and what Doc said versus what he said against Kyle Kuzma. Booze, you know what I'm talking about. You remember what he said after that Game 7 loss to the Hawks versus what he said versus the Game 1 loss about Kyle Kuzma. That's all I'm saying, Stephen A. Yeah, I know Ben Simmons. Oh, yeah, Ben Simmons, hey. They've been looking for it for the last 3 years. He's hiding in plain sight.
With the Clippers.
I was just wondering if anything else caught your attention in that Pacers-Bucks game.
Well, let me tell you what caught my attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this could end up. I don't know how long this series is going to go. I picked Indiana to win the series if Damian Lillard is out. But if he returns, different animal. I loved, and I hope, oh my God, please, NBA, please don't get in the way of this. I loved Damian Lillard talking to Halliburton like that. You understand? And I love, this is what it's, I loved it. Oh yeah. Listen, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, don't think that even though Dame got hands, don't think he talking about fighting. When he said, I'll bust your ass, he was talking about on the basketball court. If you remember, Indiana beat Milwaukee in the semifinals of the playing tournament in the inauguration in Vegas. Y'all remember that, right? Mm-hmm. And if you remember, Halliburton was doing Dame time, and they had their way